Chris, congratulations.
Thanks.
Another strong performance, some good goals, and another vital win.
Yeah, it's a good night for us. We had to be at our best because of the quality of the opposition. I thought it was a highly technical game, a lot of quality, a lot of good players on show, how it should be, top end of the championship. I wouldn't have expected anything different, and I thought my team enjoyed the occasion and played with a smile and a swagger about them. Scored some great goals. I was delighted the way that we handled the first 5 or 10 minutes after half time. There was, I think if anybody knows what football's about, there's always going to be a reaction from the opposition. They're always going to up the tempo because they're to get back into the game. And we saw that period out. And then knowing that on transition, on counter-attack, we've got the ability and the quality to go and hurt teams. And we did that. It's a fabulous third goal from us in terms of the way we moved the ball, first pass out, Brio getting in the position, great way to pass for Ian, and I'm absolutely delighted for Ian. You know, he scored a big goal in front of a cop a little while ago, and he's scored another big goal in front of a cop tonight. So delighted for Ian to get his goal as well.
And how important was that moment of quality at 0-0 from Gus Harmer, just to give you the lead, give you the advantage at that time in the game?
I was comfortable. It was always going to be a cagey start, you know. But I was comfortable. We had a couple of chances off the back of that. Tyrese was a threat all evening. One ball down the side, but I believed it would come. We believe in this. I believe in this group. The group believes in itself. We just have to be patient and play our way. I've seen a step up from obviously the last game. Going into the week, I always think it's quite a difficult one when you have a break to see what your team's about. And at times this year, the first game back has been pretty lethargic and pretty uncomfortable at times. But I thought we were right at it. The week's been a really good one. A couple of days, match day -2, -1 have been absolutely spot on. I thought we took that into tonight's game.
On Campbell, he said that he's absolutely delighted to get to 10 for the first time in his career. He's already sort of setting new targets, Chris, but it's big for him, and he's been such an important signing for you this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a smart signing for us. We had to make smart signings, which we did, whether they're free transfers, whether they're small fees. We lost some players, as we know, as I spoke to the members of the board this afternoon, I was grateful and delighted that the support they gave me in January, because it was really important. But you look at our bench now; it's a high quality bench, and we've not got Sousa, and we've not got Tom Davis, and a couple of other players that are missing. But it has to be like that, because that's bringing parity to everybody in and around the top of the division. And I've talked quite a lot about Coventry City's team and group. You look at their bench, and they've got a high quality squad, strength in depth and options, and we've got that. So Ty's doing great. He gives his all, which I said, and the ability to bring Callum on and Tom to come on as well is vital for us. And there's still some pretty good players that are not even getting on the pitch tonight, Kiefer and Rob Holding and the likes.
To go back to Rhian Brewster, it'd be very easy for a player in his situation to say, it's just not going to work for me, and to fall back. How much credit and how much pride do you have in him that he's having an impact here for you at the end of the season?
Absolutely, 100%. I knew what it was about when I signed him, and it was a real difficult period for us, as we know, through COVID and maybe looking back, we signed 2 really young players at that time in Aaron Ramsdale and Rhian. So, and maybe on reflection, we should have maybe targeted a little bit more experience. But we believed in Rhian at the time. We believed in Rammers at the time. He's never wanted to be injured. I've been consistent with that. Never wanted to come in at 9 o'clock and leave at 5 o'clock and watch his pals and his teammates play. He wants to contribute, and he has done. And we've got to keep him healthy and fit, because his finish is first class. His link-up play is really good. He gives us that strength at the top of the pitch, and he's keeping some good players out. Cal's been outstanding for us all season. Keith has had his injury issues, but you know his contribution's been amazing. I've got Tom Cannon knocking on the door as well, who's going to be a really good player, young player as well, finding his feet with us. So for Rian, it's great reward for his persistence, his patience, and his belief in himself to get himself back. And I'm a massive fan. I'm a big fan. I'm a big supporter. And we're all hoping that Rian can make a big contribution between now and the end of the season.
What did you make of Hamza Chowdhury today? The fans seemed to enjoy his performance.
Yeah, I thought Hamza was stand out for us at Hillsborough. I thought he showed his Premier League class and quality-wise. Played at that level-wise, won things with Leicester City at that level. I'm not saying he's played, you know, unbelievably regular football, but you don't stand around and stay around a club of that stature when they were winning FA Cups and challenging for Champions League places and whatever. So I knew about Hamza. I've known him for a long time. And Stickom, by the way, he went missing for 3 days. Nobody knew where he was. the Where's Hamza T-shirts were flying about all over the place. He's not trained. And he came back late last night, so all the tactical work we had to do remotely with him. He come in early today, and he just ran out of gas towards the end. But outstanding, got about the pitch, broke the game up. Grimes is a big player for them. Didn't really see a lot of him first half. He had a little bit of the ball second half. We made a couple of changes and got round him as well. And I thought for a period, just after we scored for 10 and 15 minutes, we were rampant and really could have took the game away. Big opportunities, great play, nice and patient, calm and creative. And obviously on the counter-attack, Hamza's really important for us. How we build is important, but the other side of it, breaking the game up and getting us going, he's top with that.
All of the eyes will have been on you tonight because you're playing on Friday night. The fact that you've won, and now it kind of pushes it to the other two. Is that quite a serious? Is it a difficult thing to deal with?
Nah, not really. Wherever we play, whatever the fixture list chucks up, we got to win games of football. I said before, you know, in another interview, you know, this is a really important part of the season. We wouldn't be in this position if we hadn't have attacked the first part of the season. And with Sheffield United in this division, you know, we've got a target on us back. We're an ex-Premier League club. We've had seasons in the Premier League. We start on -2, so there's pressure to play for this football club right the way through. But I think it's amazing the connection with the supporters and the players. I think they're looking and seeing, you know, footballers that want to play for the football club and a team that wants to give everything. So the connection's there, and I think the way that they're handling it. I've had experience. I've been down the stretch before, so. To manage this group is a privilege and a pleasure, and I've told them all along they have to embrace and enjoy it. It's not every season that you're in and around it. You know, talking about Frank, you know, he won things possibly every year or every other year, and had so many England caps and scored so many goals and absolutely decorated and talented footballer that he earned the right to be that. But for our players, you know, when they look back on their careers, you know, they might have 2 or 3 promotions or whatever, and a lot of the times, then, you know, nothing happens, and a few times you have to suffer and take the defeat on the chin. So we have to really enjoy it as a club as well. 30,000 here tonight was fabulous. For me, all I ask is that the supporters give us the backing that they've given us tonight in the final 3 home games. And this is a difficult place to go when you have nights like this. You feel the hostility, you feel the temperature raising, and don't underestimate what the support and noise have given the players tonight. They've given them energy, they've given them a push, they've given them drive when we needed it, and hopefully they've enjoyed the night just as much as myself and the players have.
Brilliant. Cheers, Chris.
Cheers.